The ACC has received slightly over 60 million Namibia dollars to support its activities to fight corruption, as announced by the Minister of Finance, Shimi, in the recently tabled budget for the 2020 to 2021 financial year. According to Graham Hopwood, the Executive Director of the Institute for Public Policy Research, besides underfunding the ACC, there is nothing in the budget that has been allocated to setting up a Whistleblowers Protection Office and the Witness Protection Unit, which are essential components to support the ACC in the fight against corruption.
The ACC has been criticised a lot in the past, but so far as I can see, they've been trying to do a professional job on the fish rot case, and they need the support to do other professional, high-quality work, investigations on other issues. If you take the underfunding of the ACC together with the fact that the government has not operationalised the Whistleblower Protection Office 3 years after the law was passed, it's a similar story with the Witness Protection Unit. There's nothing in the budget this year that seems to be allocated for those. I think the Minister of Justice only talked about setting up skeleton staffs. But why can't we prioritise these things? I know it's a fiscally tight situation, but if we can stamp out corruption, we can save a lot of money that would otherwise have disappeared, been wasted, been siphoned off. So, we do need to take corruption very seriously. We need to act on it. And my hope is that maybe the Minister will reassess, Minister of Finance, and reallocate money. If it's not possible now, then at least by the mid-year review, to make sure that the offices of Whistleblower Protection and the Witness Protection Unit can be set up this year, and then also that the ACC is fully funded for its investigation needs. And then if we have the Access to Information Law also coming into being, then we have the major kind of elements that we need to fight corruption in place or coming into place. But at the moment, while they're lacking, we can't really say that we are serious about fighting corruption.
Josephina Ngituamata, the Chief Public Relations Officer at the ACC, said that the effectiveness of all anti-graft bodies depends on adequate funding in addition to the political will of their governments. She added that the underfunding of the ACC in this year's national budget has led the anti-graft body to put aside other investigations in order to prioritize high-profile cases such as the fish rot scandal.
Little funding, it's definitely a challenge, and it will affect actually institutions' effort or performance when it comes to investigating corruption. And maybe I should also just agree that the effectiveness of all anti-corruption commissions or all anti-graft in the world depends on adequate funding, in addition to the political will of their home governments. But as for us, I should clearly indicate to you that yes, we promised ourselves that whatever amount we are allocated, we are actually going to give priority to high-profile cases, and to more specifically to the fish rot case that we have indicated. So we are trying by all means to carry out our activities with the little at our disposal. So though we know that really it is a challenge, and we believe and we have hope, and actually we are positive enough that besides this current allocation, we are hoping that for the midterm budget review to be in our favor, and because if we can point it to, investigation really requires specialized skills. We talk about the maybe the engineers, you talk about the quantity surveyor, mostly relating to those forensic investigation. And this exercise is very, very expensive, but we are hopeful and we are positive that when it's come for the midterm budget review, we are likely to get additional financial support.
In March 2019, former Finance Minister Kalesh Letvine, during the tabling of the budget for the 2019 to 2020 financial year, also allocated a similar budget to the ACC, who received 61.6 million Namibia dollars to support activities aimed at combating corruption.